How are you guys doing? Hi, Liner 2, Lizzie Tish, just a girl from Texas. Awesome. Well, welcome. Yeah, I did notice that I haven't seen your name before in here. It usually takes a little bit of time for everybody to trickle in, so bear with me while I kind of wait. Hi, Quotes by SF. There's a lot I want to talk about today. We're going definitely to read a lot of poetry too, but I want to make sure I cover everything about the contest and the new collaboration project that we're doing for the month of April, being that it is National Poetry Month. So we have two big things going on right now. And I'll be reading quite a bit of work from just the group. I read from the hashtag Eve Read My Poem, and a lot of the people that participate in that hashtag are part of Writers and Poets Cafe, which is a Facebook group that I have, and you can join our Facebook group on the Eve Poetry Group Instagram bio. There's a link there to click and join. Yep. So we have, because it is National Poetry Month, there's quite a bit going on, and I think because some of the things that we're doing sound similar, people are a little confused, and I want to make sure I clear up everything and answer any questions. Hi, the poet fell. Yeah, so I want to give people time for questions as well, and a lot of times when I start these things, people come in later and then they want to hear everything I've already just said, so I kind of think I'm going to wait until about a couple minutes in before I start like going over the things that we have going on for Poetry Month. Okay. Hi, Carson. Elusive explanation. Thank you. So I have quite a lot of things I'd like to read today. And I was hoping that God's One Son was going to show up so that he can jump in. If anybody sees him, get on here. Make sure you let me know. I don't always see everything that streams up on the comments. All right. What I'll do is I'll just start by reading a couple poems, and then I'll take a little break and then go over what we have going on in the cafe. So just for those of you that are new to me, my name is Deanna. I go by the pen name Eve Poetry. I'm a writer. I've been writing for most of my life, but really seriously on Instagram, and I guess really just with the poetry and that kind of thing. I've been doing it since this year. Actually, no, scratch that. Last summer is when I started my Instagram. Oh, good. Hi. All right, God's One Son, are you gonna jump in with me today? It won't be right just yet, but hopefully at some point, once I'm done going over some stuff, and I'm gonna read a couple things first. Then hopefully, if you think that your internet will cooperate, we'll have you join me. Oh, for some reason my watch started dictating what I was saying. That was weird. Okay, it's not what smart watches. I'm not that smart for my watch, apparently. Anyways, a little bit more about me and what I do is, so again, I'm a poet, a writer. I have the group, Eve Poetry Group, in addition to my own writing on my Instagram, sorry. And I use Eve Poetry Group to feature everybody else. So it kind of started with me doing some live readings like this, and I did this. I started my live readings leading up to New Year's Eve. I wanted to challenge myself to do an open mic like a real life poetry reading, and I was, oh good, okay. And I was nervous about the idea of getting in front of people and reading my poetry and reading my written words. So I decided I will challenge myself to do these live sessions, and I would read the work of other people to get some practice. And that went, I did it for 3 consecutive days leading up to New Year's Day for 2019. And from that, this group, Eve Poetry Group, started because people that did not have the confidence or courage or just didn't want, or, some people are just private. They don't want to be seen on social media. So others that wanted me to read their work for them or help them get their work promoted, kind of started with that group. Actually, it started with the Facebook group on Writers and Poets Cafe. So first I started my Facebook group, and then from the Facebook group started the Eve Poetry Group on Instagram, because I wanted a platform on Instagram to start sharing all the work and really my passion project outside of my own actual writing, because obviously I'm passionate about my work, and although that's taken somewhat of a backseat a little bit to the group, it's still my, obviously I want to be a writer full time one day. So that's really, that's my primary focus. And then my secondary focus, but really, really close second, is my group and helping others get their work out there in their words and their poetry exposed on social media, because it is really hard to get exposure and it's hard to kind of figure that out. So that's who I am and what I'm doing in a very wordy and not so streamlined explanation. But and you can go to the if you do join the Eve Poetry group or the Facebook group Writers and Poets Cafe, you'll get to know a lot of people that are very frequent in the live chats, and we're kind of just becoming all friends and like the little family, a little poetry family. So we definitely welcome new people, and there are people that are in here right now that have been with me from the beginning when we started it at the beginning of the year, and it just keeps growing. It's pretty awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and actually I said I was going to read poems, and I'm not, because but I'm not going to start with that because there are enough people in here right now, and those that miss it will just have to catch it on the playback. So we have two things going on, and I just want to get it out of the way. Two special kind of events or things happening. The first one is actually our poetry contest. So it is the April, here it is, okay. In honor of both National Poetry Month and National Letter Writing Month, we are combining the two concepts for the poetry letter contest. So I'm going to kind of go through that. And a lot of people are confusing the contest with the collaboration. Totally different. So this is just about the contest that I'm talking about right now. So if you have any questions, let me know. All right. And if you don't want to ask one here, that's fine. You can DM me after, or, following this. All right. So this is going to be my third contest that I've done. Let's see. This is the first one, however, that I actually am charging a fee. The reason being is that I'm trying to put together some great prizes. I already have, they're kind of in the works right now. And I also want to give away a gift card. However, it was originally, I was just going to do it all out of pocket. So I decided, instead of doing that and kind of being a martyr for this whole thing, I'm going to ask an entry fee for the contest. And as much as I love and I volunteer my time for free, which is probably my most precious commodity, is my time, I really do have to be careful and make sure, I'm kind of covering expenses and stuff like that. So the money, the $5 entry fee is going to be going towards the prizes for the winners, and there will be a first place winner and a second place winner. And I'll get more into that in a moment. So you actually would just mail your $5 fee with your entry. All entries are going to be mailed, and I have a post office box that I will be sharing in about a week so that people can start mailing in their contest entries. So the poetry must be in a letter form. So you want it to be poetry, but you are writing a letter to somebody, okay? The poetic letter can be written to a person from the past, present, or future, or he or she can be fictional. The poetry letter must be handwritten for the contest, okay? And then the submission should be a final draft, meaning that you should be, do a rough draft first. Make sure you get all the stuff worked out, just like you did in school. And then you want to have a final draft that you send in, that one that's already checked for spelling errors and everything. I am going to give some grace because when you are handwriting things, it is possible to make another mistake on the final draft. So should you make a mistake and catch one on your final draft, just lightly line through it and correct your mistake, and that'll be totally acceptable. It won't count against you for the contest. Hi, everybody. All right. I'm asking for everybody to use their best handwriting, but the winner will not be chosen based on penmanship. So this is not a penmanship contest. This is a poetry contest. But we are asking for good penmanship we want it to be legible. We need to be able to read it. You will mail your letter and contest fee to the PO box that I will post in about a week or so. And then the winners will be chosen by peer vote. I will be sharing the entries, like all of them at the end of after the close or after the deadline date has passed. I will be reading every entry live, and I will then also be sharing them visually as well. I was going to share them on my story, which I probably still will do that too, but I also believe I will be putting them on my website. So that might actually be easier for people to kind of look through and digest, whereas stories kind of quickly go through and you have to kind of, people might get frustrated trying to read everybody's entry through my story. So there are a couple of different ways the entries will be shared in order for people to gauge what they think is the best one, and then they're gonna, hi Poet Mama, hi everybody. I see Sea of Toxic Conscience. Hi Southern Niceties. And Southern Niceties is the reason we are incorporating the letter writing portion, because her other Instagram is Letters Impress PDX. She's the one that did the beautiful calligraphy art for our winners from the last contest, and so she's kind of helping me with this contest as well. Let's see. So the peer review, the way that it's going to work will be detailed later on. It'll be done in such a way where only one, you're only allowed to have one vote. You're not allowed to vote for yourself for I guess that's really all that it is. I don't know why I was trying to go into it more. Only one vote per person will be allowed. Contestants cannot choose their own entry. There you go. And the software that I'll be using will enable me to verify that. Okay. And I can keep going on and on about it, but you can read it for yourself on my post. I will probably do it or share it in a couple different posts, both on my Eve Poetry and on the group page. So if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and ask now. Oh no, this is not, so this is separate. See, so I made a little bit of a flaw. It's not really a flaw. It's a good thing, but because I did a collaboration that also had the idea of letter writing, I think that's confused people. Okay, so that's why I'm talking about it right now, because what I'm talking about right now is just the contest only. So everything I was just reading and talking about was just the contest. So the contest is letter writing, and it's everything I just described. Hi, Edward Lee. Do you guys can you ask a question that can help me? Ooh, that will help. Oh no. Do you have any questions that can help me clarify that for you? If you can ask me some specific questions. Oh, you're fine. You're not that late. I was just going over the contest. So people are confused because we have two different things going on. So two totally separate things. One is the contest, one is the collaboration project. The contest is not going to be something that you're putting on Instagram. It's going to be something you are physically mailing and handwriting and sending in. The collaboration is not something you're handwriting. That the collaboration is something that you will be posting with a partner to Instagram. So I'm not talking about the collaboration right now. I'm only talking about the contest. So the contest is a handwritten letter in honor of National Letter Writing Day, and it is a poetic. It is in poetry form, but it's still like letter form and poetry form, and it is a handwritten, mailed in letter. Yes, the poetry letter is a contest where you work individually. That is correct. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully I will share back the, my live for the 24 hours, but Sea of Toxic Conscience. I'll also, hopefully, should this video go okay, like if it records well, I'll also put it on YouTube so you could watch it later too. So, do you guys have any other questions about the contest? Okay, good. All right. Sorry, I'm not trying to overkill it, but I just want to make sure people aren't confused and are cleared up. And I got a couple different questions from different people, which told me that clearly it was a little bit confusing. Yes, and the poetry letter will be one single piece of letter. Correct. It'll be one page, and I probably should have added that. I meant to add it on the thing. It'll be one page that you mail. Good old-fashioned letter, like a physical, and I'm going to show it. It's going to be there. I will be opening them up and reading them, and yeah, so that'll be a whole separate thing. And the results and everything will happen in May, so after April has completed, in order to let the mail get here. All right, so the next thing is the collaboration. So if I haven't talked enough about the different things we're doing, I'm going to spend a minute on this too. So April Poetry Collaboration for National Poetry Month. This is something that I discussed in my last live session, but we had two different themes for people to choose from. And initially I was just going to do one or the other. And this is where I think people got confused because of the letter part. Because obviously this is also an option to write a letter. Correct. Exactly. A liner too. Yeah. And I'm really, really grateful for this idea. It's all the idea of using letters is thanks to my friend Tori from Southern Niceties and Letters and Press PDX. So again, okay. So this is the collaboration project. This is a partner-based thing that you will do for the entire month of April with a partner in honor of Poetry Month. So this is I had a little poll going on Instagram, and you got to vote whether you wanted to do the poetry saga or do a letter back and forth. So it's kind of also a little bit of a saga, I guess, if you will, just because you're going to be creating this whole story of two people writing letters back and forth to each other. And the other one is the saga idea. So I've already, we've talked about it a little bit on my last live session, and I got all the results and put some partners together. And for those of you that did not, there is a post on my Instagram. So there's totally separate posts on my Instagram for both of these on Eve Poetry. So if you're confused, you can read each of the posts that line everything out. So for the National Poetry Month collaboration, people were able to select which theme they wanted to do, and then whether they wanted me to choose a partner for them or select their own partner. And if your name is not brought up on that post, that is fine. You can it's not too late. We haven't really officially started it yet. It starts tomorrow. So if people want to kick it off and get going and hit the ground running, you can start posting tomorrow. But you and your partner will decide. Oh wait, hold on. I commented on a Facebook post a little bit too late, I believe. Work consumes a bit. No, you're not too late. You're not too late at all. So I know people still need partners, and I know I've already had a few messages where people are not on this list that I posted today. So it's not too late. Use my post for the collaboration post to comment and let each other know that you're looking for a partner. Or you can DM people. If you need a partner, just comment that you still need a partner on this post, and then start connecting. And then if DM me if you are having difficulty finding a partner, and I will help you. But this is going to be something where, depending on which of the themes that you decide to do, you and your partner could decide. You can also decide the frequency. You don't have to write a poem every single day, but if one person goes one day, the next person goes the next day, and you want to do it that way, that's fine too. But you guys decide the frequency, like how often, if you're going to do it once a week or a couple times a week. You're writing your own individual piece. So say if it is Sea of Toxic Conscience, and he's one person, he's a partner, and then the other partner is Edward Lee, for instance. Edward Lee would start it, or you guys would decide, but he would start it. He would write his own post and piece of it, and he would post it on his Instagram, and he would tag his partner, and it's let's see, Eve Poetry Collab. Is just use that hashtag. It's the one we used last time. We've used it before, so just use Eve Poetry Collab so I can find it, because I'm featuring them throughout the month. So you would tag your partner when you're done, and then that would be your partner's turn to go. So if they post the next day or whenever they post again, then they would tag you, and it just goes back and forth for the whole month of April. All right, I'm done. I've killed it. I feel like it's just enough of that talk. So people probably want to hear some poetry. Unless you guys have questions. Awesome. Cool. All right. So if you, again, just don't be shy. If you need a partner, comment on the post. If you're, like having a hard time finding one, send me a message, let me know, and I will help you. Okay? You are gonna get all kinds of poetry out, Edward Lee, this month. Your skills will be sharpened. Yay. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. It's gonna be fun. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start reading some stuff, and then I'm gonna ask somebody to jump in and help and share some poetry too. Yes. So Sea of Toxic Conscience, good question. So are we responding to each other's poetry or completing it? So you're responding to each other, but in the saga, you guys can decide, because in the saga piece, it's almost like you're continuing the story on. So you'll obviously want to wait for your partner to finish, and then you can see where they went with it, and then you would continue on. It would be more of a continuation of the last thing that your partner wrote. But with a letter writing, you would be responding back and forth to one another. Exactly, like a sequel. Good morning. Where are you, blogger guy? All right. Oh, India. Awesome. I think a couple people from India are in this room right now. Hi, Poet Mama. So yeah, it's only 6:11 where I live. I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods though this week, I think. I'm traveling this soonish. When I get to where I'm going, I'll let you know where I'm going. All right. So, let's see. I'll go ahead and start with this one. And this is by A. Mohammed Poetry. You guys can continue to talk amongst yourselves. Oh, cool. Windy City, Chicago, India, Florida. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I can't, if I keep reading your okay, poetry. I'm going to read. Yes, Edward Lee. All right. So this one, it looks like the majority of it is inside in the caption, which is a little bit, might hopefully does not turn into a disaster because, oh my god, yeah, there, just did it. Because Instagram, for some reason, now on your desktop doesn't allow you to scroll up and down on the captions. It's been like the most aggravating thing during my lives lately. Okay. Oh, star flower in Southeast. Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll have to DM me more about that. Okay. So this is by A. Mohammed Poetry. Swimming around in the ocean, feeling foreign, seems like all these horrors I feel by others cannot be seen, while others seem to possess a permeable heart. Mine is like jelly, broken, made easily darts. Forgiven but not forgotten, comforted but not convinced. Arrow upon arrow aimed. You should be hated. Years ago, an old friend helped deflect the attacks. Called self-esteem. Helped heal most of the cracks. Gone long that friend, couldn't bear to stay. All these evil weaknesses inviting evil rays. I hardly doubt your good intentions as arrows pierce, lodging themselves into my heart, oh so fierce. This front I put on a demeanor of confidence. You can't seem to crack, the world is freelance. For one whose heart is forgiven, yet all memories remain. These words you say are driving me insane. All these apologies I provide time to time. For the feelings I felt, believed them to be a crime. Under each apology are 1,000 hidden ones. I'm sorry I once dreamed of the moon and sun. I'm sorry I thought myself worthy to hurt more. I'm sorry I existed in your life, made your life soar. You don't see underneath that cool exterior, or pretend not to out of fear. I know that what I will always be, the toxic girl, one you don't give a damn about, makes your lips curl. You've wanted goodbye all along just to say it to me. It's called breaking all the way you see. Ooh, that was good. I was having a little bit of difficulty with the way that the caption breaks it up. So I apologize if I didn't quite do it justice. I feel like I could have done that better. But that was so good. So you guys definitely go read that for yourself when you have a moment, because it's really, really good. Hopefully it sounded better than I was hearing in my voice. Oh. This one is Thelini Wright, and it's called Hurricane. How can I not love the thunder when in my mind a storm is born? Why do I fear lightning when flames burn in my heart? Why doesn't the lashing rain hurt me? For I am a hurricane. And that was Thelini Wright. And then the next one I wanted to read is from today's photo prompt that we have, our Cafe Daily photo prompt. Thanks to Anja Portland, the Instagram handle, her photo with a beautiful lady with long black hair and an umbrella. And this is by Sea of Toxic Conscience. Because every time I wake up, I desire to see you. Because every time I go to sleep, I want you beside me. Even though I try not to make it obvious, my enormous smile gives it away. When I look at my phone, your call or text, I await. Painful as it may be, I have to hold my grit. For all the passion we have, for now cannot be. that sea of toxic conscience. I love seeing all the different things that come from the photo prompts and from our 6 words, both. It's so amazing to see all the different ways people take things. And then this one is by, it's also from our photo prompt today, and it is by Owen Cisaldo. Long have you sought a love that would last, a lifetime you thought, not too slow, not too fast. Now in some loving eyes you saw flickers of a fire that would burn all lies, never stop, never tire. Then you uttered lover, in your little world he held. His words, love and forever, had you overwhelmed. Now summer has come, heat that scorches the skin. Blatant airing he has done. Now there is anger within. Your mind starts to question and you are fuming with rage. Irrational with his emotion, you feel your heart in a cage. Your world is now flooded with all doubts and pain. Deep down you drown, bearing the secrets of summer rain. And that was Owen Cisaldo. Is God's one son still in here? It is. I agree. You still there, Ibiad? He's hiding, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and read one other one. Okay, good. Do you want to share some poetry today? You don't have to. All right. Well, why don't you join my live? We could give this a go. I don't actually know where it's at either, because I've never joined somebody's live before. You can do it. You've done it before. You found it once before. I'll go ahead and read one more while he finds it. I don't know, because I've had people try to join mine before. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, here we go. There it is. I found it. Now we have to see if his internet will cooperate with us. Yay! That's awesome. I'm turning you, hopefully that's, my volume was low, so I want to hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me better now?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Yeah, I said I hope my internet cooperates today because last time it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I hope it's all good today.
Hey.
So, I wrote this poem this morning, titled Take a Chill. And I kind of got inspired from the topic from the challenge today, which is anticipation.
Perfect.
So, I'm just going to read it.
Yay.
I haven't posted it on Instagram yet, so it's titled Take a Chill. Over anxious about tomorrow, forgetting to live in the present, ungrateful for the bread. That's one thing that cannot be borrowed. To whom
Yes. Awesome. So good. I gotta hold on. I'm just trying to turn up my volume again. I hope it like works for me. Okay.
Good. I think
That's so good.
one more.
Yes. I mean, two more? Go for it.
I think I posted it on Instagram. It's titled Social Issues. Uh, Criminally minded politicians acting sane. Evildoers getting praised. Innocent ones stuck in chains. The rich and dirty go scot-free while the poor is severely punished. On the street, cops kill. Skin color is still an issue. Several hundreds died because of their religious beliefs. Gender is no longer a fixed thing. Computers are helping, but them replacing humans in jobs is gradually becoming an issue. Drug overdose is on the increase. Gang banging is still unresolved. I bet you the list goes on and on. How do we put an end to all of these problems? And definitely that's, because of all the things that is going on in the world today. Like, people getting shot on the street. The rich and wealthy commit crimes and then it goes scot-free while those who don't have money are just stuck in chains. So that was what kind of motivated me to write this one.
That's awesome. I know it's wonderful. We live in a crazy world right now, and yeah, and I think you have a really great perspective for you're a young man still, and you have such amazing perspective and wisdom for somebody your age. I mean, and that's probably like an assumption on my part. I think everybody is so much younger than me, but but in my understanding, you're a young man, and it's so nice to see you writing things like that and such amazing things of substance that people need to talk about. And I just, yeah, I love having you part of the group, and like just love seeing what you write. So thank you for sharing that with us. Do you have anything else you can read?
I can read one more.
Okay,
I actually performed this at an event on Monday.
hold on, I can't hear you. I don't know why it's not letting me hear you that well, but I'm gonna get closer to my phone. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, so I want to read one more, and I performed this on Monday at an event.
Oh, okay, at a live poetry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did that I go there every Monday and I perform every Monday.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know what the funny thing is actually I noticed your stories before I started the group and everything. Like you and I connected through poetry, just like connected or friend requested each other or whatever you call it on Instagram. And I saw your stories with you doing live readings, like open mics and stuff. And that's where I was like, I want to do that. But I don't know. Like, you're kind of like a reason why I thought of wanting to do that. And it kind of, well, found like sort of that, you know, I don't know. Like, I was intrigued and I really wanted to try it. So it's really cool.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually invited me for that event, and it's just for like spoken word artists, rappers, poets, and all of them just come together and share their work, and it's like a very positive environment. So it inspired me a lot.
Awesome. You should put some of them on YouTube.
I just made a channel which I posted like a couple videos on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying with our group YouTube. I'm trying to make sure that like I'm favoriting like anybody from our group that has like has a channel where they're sharing their poetry. I'm trying to make sure I like connect all of that too to our the Writers and Poets Cafe YouTube channel. So I want to make sure I can find that and help make sure I am sharing that or favoriting it somehow so people can hopefully get more exposure to it. Oh yeah, Heart Whisperer wishes she had one in her country. Maybe you can start one.
Yeah, exactly. Just go ahead and start one, and people will come.
Sorry, my daughters were talking. I can hear them louder than you, unfortunately. I'm sorry if I'm straining so much. I don't know why. This is only the second time we've done the live, like sharing my screen thing. So I'll have to figure out. Like next time, I'll kind of check my settings and make sure I can hear everybody really well. So, do you have any?
I have one more. This is going to be the
Okay.
last one.
Okay.
So it's time to take off.
Uh,
Once bitten, twice shy. Broken wings can still fly. but I couldn't back up. I'm grateful that my resilience is finally paying off, and I'm just getting started. This is just the takeoff.
All right, so what's the story behind that one?
So it was like a topic you told us to talk about, which is we started with connecting the dots, and it's pretty much you telling your struggles, what have you gone through, what are the obstacles you faced, and how have you overcome it. And this is just me telling a story of how people have told me I can never do the things I want to do. And instead of believing what they said, I had to like face my fears and do it. And at the end of the day, those people who tell you you cannot do it, once they see you do it, they still come back to you and ask you how do you do it. And then you still have to motivate them and inspire them to also do those things. Because if you do it, the only person that can stop you is you. So if you don't allow those people get their words to stop you, then you can do whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, so this is me just saying, yeah, I faced my fears. It definitely took a lot of work, but then it's paying off, and then we just get started. Like, the sky is, the sky is the starting point.
Absolutely. I love that. That's so cool. The sky is the starting point. Amen. Good.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys, or thank you for joining the live. And I know everybody was super happy and stoked to have you join and read your poetry. So we'll have to do it again.
Thank you for all the inspiration and motivation.
Absolutely. My pleasure. It's motivating me too. So
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Oh, you guys. It was so good. So I hope that inspires some of you also to do what he just did, because I'd love to have more people jump on and share their work and read it with I'd love to hear your voice, read your words, and whether that be a split screen with me like we just did, which was awesome. Like I will do that every week. Every week. I do twice a week. I do live stream, so I would do it every single time. I would love to have you guys, join me. It makes it less lonely. Actually, it doesn't feel lonely anymore on these, because you guys are so commenting and chatting, and it totally makes me feel like you guys are in the same room with me at times. Wish I could see you, but oh, you don't have to be nervous. Oh, okay, let's try this again. Let's see if we can successfully get Heart Whisperer on here. Yay! Hi! I hope I can hear you better. I'm having audio issues on my end.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. I can hear you.
How's everyone?
Hi.
The time difference is really, it's about 9 o'clock here. What time is it?
Oh, where time is it with where you are?
It's about 9:30.
Oh, that's not very different. Yeah. So do you have something I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me, because I'm already hard of hearing. So if I don't hear quite what you're saying, still please read and say what you're saying, because I think everybody else can hear you, and then I will just have to enjoy it on the playback. So go ahead and share what you're saying.
Okay, I would say that this is the book, so read.
Okay, perfect.
My book I read at the beginning of March. So,
I saw that. Congratulations for getting your book out there. That's amazing. Are you going to read from the book?
yeah.
Oh, good.
I have one called Hope. Take my hand. Let me warm your heart with sunshine and magic. Let me show you it won't all be tragic. Let me wash away your pain with droplets of crystal rain. Those precious tears and burning fears.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. Well done.
I have some.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Sorry, hope you guys can't hear that. In the background, my husband's laughing at a TV show in the other room. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I can
Real life. Hi. How are you? Aw.
So I'll read forgiveness.
Okay, that.
Let go of your pain. Go of the pain. Do not drown your heart in the insecurities of others. If an injustice be your grandness, to give them a hand is your happiness. So rescue it from the oceans of their darkness and grab onto the hopes of forgiving them. For your soul is too precious. It is not worth the cold crunch of situations. So forgive and break free.
Thank you. That's so good. When did you, when you wrote this book, like, what was the big inspiration for writing your first poetry book?
Well, this book wasn't the poems weren't actually written to be published. It's just, how we poets just write, how we feel. So I just decided to compile these because I know people need to feel that there's light, to know that everything is going to be okay. And so I just compiled this set. So maybe it could be a source of light to someone because poetry helps me. So I hope it can help others.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think that's so good. And I think a lot of people do need that. And I think that's such a great reason to do it. That's beautiful. Wow. That's so inspiring. Hopefully are you catching some of these comments?
No, I didn't get it yet.
Well, I will be sharing this on YouTube. I'm hoping that, so in the past when you and you've done my last live, right? Well, the only one that was actually successful when I did an open mic and you shared. Yeah, that video, they wouldn't let me save it because I think it has something to do with the screen sharing. It like glitches or it doesn't allow you to keep it. But I'm using my little screen recording thing, and hopefully this is all successfully getting recorded. And if so, it's going to be on YouTube. So
Okay, that's great.
yeah, especially because I'm gonna be wanting to watch back and hear everything again.
Yes.
And Jay Willette just asked what your book is called.
Okay, the book is called Silver Lining.
Silver Linings. Oh, yeah. I love it. Uplifting and encouraging and inspiring. Thank you. Oh,
But I hope that it help someone. Okay, so should I read more?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, somebody just asked, what is your Instagram handle? Your Instagram name?
It's heart_whisperer 24.
Yeah, that's hearts_whisper 24.
Yes. No, it's not on Amazon. Sorry. I'll try to get it on there soon. Okay, so I'll read one called True Love. Love is your heartbeat. Love is your smile. It is the tears that escape your eyes. Love is the fire that never burns away. It does not crumble nor decay. It is hope for a silver line when the storm passes by. Love is all that is
You're getting a lot of love right now. Oh, I love that. Was there somebody behind the inspiration of that one? Maybe.
That was written a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay, my husband is standing right in front of me.
Your reaction was priceless.
Huh?
Your reaction to my question was priceless. I love that.
Hi, this is my other daughter. She's mine.
Hi. How are you?
Okay, here's
Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Oh, you have a beautiful family and a beautiful book. And a lot of people are asking where they can get their hands on it and how they can order it. So,
yeah, I'm hoping to get it available, but I just have it locally right now.
that's totally fine. Yeah. Well, when it is available outside of your local area, we'll have to just I want to start helping promote everybody from the group and their books that they're putting out too. So we'll try to get the word out.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Aw. Does anybody else have any other questions? Yeah. I agree.
Okay, I'll read one more and one called Sacred Vows.
Okay.
A day to rejoice, for the future unknown, by a heavenly ritual where the seeds are sown. A day to rejoice, for the past once found, by means in which the hearts were bound. A day to rejoice, for the lady blind, by the taking of your dress, she walked into the light. Perfect in her dress, from crown to toe, shyly smiling, her face aglow. A day to rejoice, for the strong and the brave, by the truth of his heart, the ring he gave. Given compassion, yet a bit of fear, by the sparkle in his eyes, a hidden tear. A day to rejoice, for the man and wife, together to build and cherish a new life. A day to remain forever in heart, where love and compassion never depart. That was written for my sister's wedding.
Oh, wow. That must have really blessed her. Wow.
Yeah, she loved it.
That's so, what a gift. I love reading everybody's comments too. But yeah, that is a great gift to give to your sister. Wow.
Yes.
And now it's immortalized in a book.
Yes.
Wow. So cool.
There.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you shared everything like that you did and that you like I mean this I'm so glad it worked out. And I'm just excited and stoked and hopefully you will join my live again.
Yes, thank you for having me. I would never have imagined to be doing a live on my own.
Well, you should. I think a lot of us would tune in. So you should think about it. Maybe you should do a whole live just you, all Heart Whisperer 24. Inspiration, encouraging. I think people will listen.
Yeah, I'll try.
And-
Maybe after a couple of joining you,
Okay,
I'll try.
you'll get used to it then.
And thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Oh gosh. Wow, that was awesome. So actually, those are the two that actually joined me on my very, very first time ever sharing my screen with anybody. And it was real. I mean, I was so excited, and it was really successful the first time I tried it. And then the second time that I tried to do it, I think it was just me the whole time. I want to say one person tried at one point to share their screen, and then there was like a glitch, and then then after that, it just sort of, I got a lot of no-shows. So I really, really hope that you guys all are encouraged after watching that, because I'm inspired. I wish I didn't. I'm having technical difficulties on my end. I actually was having a hard time hearing both, but that's not their fault. I think it's just my settings on my phone right now. So, but luckily, I think everybody else was able to hear everybody just fine. So, oh gosh. I doubt that, blogger guy. You're so welcome. That was precious. I'm very happy about today's live reading. This was awesome. I love that it wasn't just me reading. I do have a few more to read for you guys real quick. And again, so start thinking, if you have not done this yet, start thinking about joining mine next time. Oh, you'll join when Blogger Guy does? Are you? I think you need to, Edwardly, because I think you would be just fine. So I have a few of you in this group that really need to start getting a little bit more gumption and join me. And what's the worst thing that can happen? I mean, you guys see what I do every week. I look a fool all the time. I don't know who's the not so oh, okay, the not so beautiful Adeline. I thought you were trying to join my live, but I think that's probably all the time I have. It's gonna end up counting me down soon. So let me read a couple more poems for you guys before it cuts me off. Okay. Oh. All right, this is ARH Poetry, and he calls this drip. Puddle. Oh, watch your step there. There's a puddle. Well, less of a puddle and more like an ocean. Not with water, but with thick, beautiful blood, my blood, from where I freed my still beating heart from its bony cage. Don't worry, though. I've got a bunch of other organs in here. Nobody really seems interested in these, though. It seems that maybe I've lost some value. And that was ARH Poetry. And it's actually called Puddle, but he has in his caption drip.